I know I probably should have done it, but it was later.
Before we start? Awesome, all right.
Good start.
Yay. Consensus.
Yay.
Okay, so my name is Sarah Bueller.
In fact, change by taking, numerous points of view and backgrounds, and that there is that common thread between anyone who wants to be involved and wants to affect change. And so facilitation was kind of the first thing I drifted towards, because I saw that it had a really large effect on the effectiveness of a camp and their ability to work together and get things done, was their sort of respect for facilitating meetings and getting, working towards a common goal.
Politically engaged with the news. Like, I followed the news and reacted to it myself. I got angry in my my living room, but never actually out on the street doing anything. When Occupy Wall Street started up, even for the first couple of days, I was watching the news and I'm like, yeah, so what's the point here? What do they really want? That thing that the media always, I was cynical about it at first, but kept watching it, and it was, hey, wait a second, this is stabbing and diving into things that you've been engaged with your whole life, really, and now it's actually an avenue to actually see deep change on them.
My name's Dan. Pretty much the same thing as these guys, but if they got their 2 minutes, I got my 2 minutes too, right?
That's how this works.
Yeah, so I think like a lot of people, I've basically written off the next 60 years of human civilization that I figured I'd be alive for. I knew I was right, no one's going to listen, whatever. So, and then this thing happened on Wall Street, and I was like, drums, whatever, wear a tie, hippies, all that sort of thing. But then I saw that people were participating there. It wasn't a rally. It wasn't go, say a few chants, raise your fist, go home, pat yourself on the back. I was like, people are getting involved here. So I showed up on the first day, and there was, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people, and it was a gong show. It was messy. I was like, no, they're not doing it right, no. But I knew they'd have another General Assembly that night, so I went back and I was like, marginally better, but no. Then they said, there's a meeting afterwards, and I'm like, okay, I'll go complain. and then that was it. From then on, I was hooked. That night stayed till like 2 in the morning, and realized that this was going to be a very transformative thing. And
Start with a temperature check on doing everything in order, starting from the consensus model. And then if we decide that, we can talk about timing. So you agree? We can do this? Okay.
there was a request.
Groups such as this one here. Can we temperature check whether we'd like to do just a general Q&A?
And if we do go into separate workshops that are happening at the same time, I can just sort of take people that aren't necessarily interested in any of those, or just want to have a general discussion off on the side.
So would the group like to do a Q&A? Why don't we take a temperature check on that? One of the other 2 or 3 things we talked about doing earlier, is that okay with everyone?
So maybe if the 3 or the next 2 are really quick, we can go on to the other 2. I saw that.